Now, this is something that a lot of you don't know. I'm going to start to talk about the personal tax implications. This is what a director's loan account is going to hit you, okay? Now, you've got beneficial loan charges. If your loan goes over 10 grand and you're not paying interest at HMRC's official rate, the HMRC says, well, you've received a benefit. That means benefit in kind, P11D reporting, Class 1A national insurance for the company, and HMRC are checking this far more than directors realise in 2026. Now, you might be saying, well, what happens if the loan's written off? This is where it can get really ugly. If a director's loan is written off, it's released, or it's cleared through an insolvency process, okay, the HMRC can tax it as a dividend at dividend tax rates. So, the director could pay more income tax. And this is a problem, because this director's loan account is going to cause you a problem after the business is dead. Now, I want to sort of talk about anti-avoidance rules, because HMRC aren't stupid. Some directors just think they can play the game like they've invented this. And HMRC have seen it all. There's like a 30-day rule. So if you repay that, let's say you owe 40 grand and you pay 40 grand into the company to clear off your director's loan, and then you borrow it again within 30 days, HMR treats it as never been repaid. It's called bed and breakfasting, okay? Now, even if it's outside 30 days, if there's an understanding that money would go out again, HMRC can still block the relief, okay? And we are seeing this more and more in 2026 because they can just see more things. Now, this is a bit that is very important from my point of view. Remember, I'm an insolvency guy, and directors' loan accounts in insolvency are starting to cause people problems after the insolvency. Now, if your company goes into liquidation or administration, right, an overdrawn director's loan account is an asset of the company, and the liquidator is legally required to pursue it, okay? And you'll probably say, yeah, but I meant it to be salary, but it should have been a dividend, and I didn't know. Like, insolvency practitioners don't care. If it's recorded as a loan, it's a loan. If it's a dividend that you've taken and your company can't afford to pay that dividend, it's going to be reclassified as an illegal dividend and go on your director's loan account. So remember, an insolvency practitioner, their job is to try and get this money back from you. You know my problem with this, right? There are good firms out there like us that will tell you about it pre-appointment and say, listen, you've got a director's loan account here. I can tell within 20 seconds of looking at your accounts, okay? And I will try and help you manage that process, help you understand what your exposure is, and hopefully negotiate a settlement, right? Some firms don't mention it. They don't mention it. Oh, we'll deal with it down the line. You need to get sight of this before you make any decisions, I believe, right? So when you go through an insolvency process, like admin or liquidation, the insolvency practitioner is going to ask you to pay the director's loan account back. Now, you've probably not got the money to pay it back. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeking insolvency advice, right? So what's going to happen is the insolvency practitioner is going to assess your means, okay? They're going to see, have you got property? If you're in a £1 million house with no mortgage, this is a big problem, because in theory, the insolvency practitioner could make you bankrupt and get all the money back and get their costs, right? Equal if you're in rented accommodation without a pot so you know what in or a window to throw it out, there's a good chance the insolvency practitioner will just write it off because it's not worth pursuing you, okay? But here's the issue that lots of people don't realise. I had a director ask me this the other day. HMRC could still tax any write-off. And this is the bit where directors are really shocked how personal it becomes.